Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel, and today we're on season 5 episode 20 of Angel, and I just want to say this isn't the first time I'm watching this. It is a rewatch. Let me explain. So this morning when I woke up I decided to film, and for whatever reason the file just didn't save, or it was corrupt or something. It wasn't working basically, and I couldn't salvage it either. So I put a message out to all of my patrons and asked what they'd prefer I do, and I think the consensus is that I do a rewatch, but just, you know, explain that it is a rewatch. And the funny thing about that is, this morning when I watched this episode, I remember thinking, well, I even said in the outro, I think I'd enjoy this more in a second watch than a first watch, because I was so hell-bent on, are we going to see Buffer or are we not, that I was too distracted. I couldn't get sucked in like I probably would on a second watch. I mean, that's the theory. We'll wait and see now. But this is something that I've not really done much of. I've only done maybe 2, 3 at a push rewatches. But luckily, this episode in question, there wasn't really any shocks, except we didn't get to see Buffer. Spoiler alert. I'm going to channel my inner Willow and get lost in the Buffyverse for a bit. So without further ado, let's roll the intro and get stuck into the reaction. Here we go.
We don't want to be rushing into this thing half-cocked.
As opposed to the full cock?
They say cock a lot here.
We'll send Spike.
Bugger that. Do it yourself.
I do love Spike and his bluntness.
Stiff's that important?
It's the remains of the Capo di Familia of the Goran Demon clan.
One more time.
What happened to him?
Died on a business trip in Italy. We need to go there, retrieve his body, and return it to his family in the next, 26 hours. They pupate, they live again, but only if the proper rituals are performed by the immediate family. So long, Capo, hello, power vacuum.
Which survival plans we'll try to fill.
And they aren't as tolerant of humans. If not,
We'll stick with do.
What is that he's playing on there?
Yeah.
How do you say wank off in Italian?
can somebody please just get on a plane?
What? When?
And this is where I started spiraling a bit. Spiraling in hope.
What is it this time?
Hope was dashed.
It's Buffy.
Or if you're me, Buffer. It's Buffer. This does suit, it feels weird because I have literally just watched this morning and it's now 20 to 7 and I'm watching it again.
Is Buffy all right? She will be when I get there. What happened? The Immortal.
I wonder if the Immortal's going to be spoke about more as well.
He was spotted in Rome near Buffy's...
Wait a minute.
Wait, that's definitely his MO.
The Immortal. He whacks the capo, lures me to Rome, takes out a Slayer.
Plus, he starts a war when the Capo's body is in return for resurrection.
Harmony, have the jet fuel ready for takeoff.
You really think we can take him?
Oh, what do you mean, we?
Wait, you don't think I'm gonna let you traipse off to Italy without me, do you?
We rescue Buffy, we stop the Immortal. It's that simple.
I've just seen Juliet's name as well, which I missed on the first watch.
Just a minute, you think you're gonna ride in, save the day, and sweep Buffy off of her?
Like you're not thinking the same thing.
I'm already seeing somebody.
What, dog girl?
Dog girl. Tickles me up. Remember when Sam Winchester slept with a dog? Because I do.
I just want to see you happy. Well, not too happy. I'd have to stake you.
Second thought, have at it.
He's classing Nina as a girlfriend as well. Interesting.
Partners, then.
Just like old times.
And they go for a lot of old times in this one.
Really can't get drunk off these things.
Not us, anyway.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely get drunk off those. Only takes me one.
How did you know she was in trouble?
I got word.
You have been spying on her?
All right, fine. I'm not proud of it, but it's Buffy.
I was surprised by that, to be fair.
How many you got on her?
Just the one. But he got spotted. Called me from the hospital after he regained consciousness. Remember the last time we were in Italy?
Like it was yesterday. Sharon.
Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.
And I wasn't in Italy in the 50s. Sounds a lot better than when I remember it.
1894.
The Room of Pain.
The Red Room of Pain. Very different room. Although maybe not that different.
Oh, bloody hell.
Doesn't it look like his hands could slip out of there? Just me?
The Immortal thinks he can do this to us.
He doesn't know who he's dealing with.
I also mock the accents quite a bit.
The day he ever crossed purpose with Angelus.
And William the Bloody.
And the wigs.
Carve him up like a Sunday roast. Oh, you doing?
Bugger.
Your master sent you to do it.
And then this accent as well.
We're just to hell then. We'll save a spot for him. Next to the fire of the mangy doomlick.
His benevolence the immortal?
The immortal.
We were here first.
No, actually.
We were here first.
You will leave this city tonight and never return. Under a penalty of death so swift.
I'll snatch your little wee sticks out of the air and spend the next fortnight shoving them slowly up your arse.
It really tickles me how he says arse.
Do that? The arrow thing? I don't know. Never tried.
I don't know, never tried. If I'd let me dad as well.
Darla.
What have they done to her?
Oh, they've done a lot to her. They've seen right to her.
I can no longer hear the song of the green.
You think that includes me?
Powers have been greatly reduced.
You revel in my defeat.
He has lost his crazy in this one as well.
You've been defeated.
How would you define it?
It was like Larry was the one causing the chaos in his brain.
Condemned to live out existence in a vessel incapable of sustaining my true glory.
I love how she delivers her lines, guys.
Perhaps you should return to the lab.
I do not bend to your wishes.
I'm not asking you to.
Lauren's face in the back, I never noticed that before. She looks hot in that outfit, I won't lie.
She's still unpredictable. You have to be careful not to agitate her.
Burkles.
I can't believe not a single soul contacted her parents. Like, I can't believe that. It's a death, for Christ's sake.
A layover and surprise Fred. Know where we can find her?
Step into my office.
I hate to be Wes in that moment. That'd be rough. And then this, I am going to big myself up. When they pan to her looking down, I was like, she's going to transform into Fred. And then she did. So I'll give myself a pat on the back for that.
Spike? Oh, mio Dio!
And I was so happy to see Andrew. But at the same time, I was like, we're not getting Buffy, are we? And that's all I was focused on.
Casa was incinerated when that thing happened.
What thing?
Cultural misunderstanding.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Vampires.
I had plans later this evening, but I could...
There's so much ego in this room right now.
Anywhere you want to go, anything you want to see.
Buffy.
Right, because you two both.
And me 3.
Yeah, she's not here.
Where'd she go?
To meet the immortal.
By herself?
I told you I had plans.
I had plans.
Most nights I never leave the house, just curl up on the couch and snuggle.
Sounds amazing.
They're snuggling?
You didn't know they were together?
It's worse.
Again, like, what?
What have they done? My sweet death.
Railed her. I mean, made sweet, passionate love.
He's tasted you.
Oh, you've tasted it. Oh, you've tasted it?
Did he hurt you?
Not until I asked him to.
Ding dong.
Have you seen him? And he's not some common vampire.
I just started rewatching Dexter, and her character is just so different, isn't it? Rita and Darla, like, could not be further from each other.
Time for another pony ride.
Son of a bitch!
Drusilla, you let him touch you?
He felt like sunshine.
It felt like sunshine.
So he could violate.
He didn't
Oh, Spike.
Violate in succession.
concurrently.
Look, I've missed
He
her.
never let us do that.
A Drusilla is something else. You never let us do that.
Under the water.
Under the water?
What do you have in mind? I think it's time the Immortal found out exactly who he's dealing with.
He thinks it's time.
You're not on the Immortal's list. He's off!
It's off!
This isn't over yet. Immortal! This will never be over. It's over. Not that I thought I had a chance anyway. Or at least I have a girlfriend.
They are like brothers bickering all the time.
He's smarter than that. She'd never fall for a centuries-old guy with a dark past who may or may not be evil.
Oop. Never heard of that before.
Find the immortal and break his whammy.
Like his schlong or like the magic spell they mean, right?
Grazie, signor Angelo. We are in your debt for attending to...
And every time I see these characters, I think of Harry Potter and Gringotts.
The capo di famiglia.
The familia.
This is just his head.
I do like this camera shot.
Yeah, the capo di famiglia.
Capo di familia. I just want to squeeze her nose.
You must get the head of the capo to Los Angeles subito, eh?
Oh,
Is Buffy
God.
home yet?
You guys, it's only 8:30.
I could do my pause, Andrew. Thank you for the reminder.
We didn't want to say anything, but we were a little worried about that old
Anything. So many accents in this one episode. I love it.
Mr. and Mrs. Burkle.
Please.
Roger.
I can feel my anxiety getting to me, and I know that he never ends up telling them. Yeah, I'm still like...
There's something you need to know. Fred.
Mom?
Well, there she is now.
Dad, oh my...
She's such a stunner, isn't she?
Dinosaurs! Oh.
You look great.
He's like, how dare you? Oh, this scene did my nutting when I watched it before. Because it reminded me of when they did that other thing with the blonde actress. Like, oh yeah, she's blonde, it's gotta be Buffy.
Dancing, why'd it have to be dancing?
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
We're looking for a friend of ours.
She's in trouble. Hans, called the Immortal.
Ah, sì. The Immortal's new ragazza. There.
This bit.
Friend, maybe go a little while too.
I'll be right back.
Such a build-up, literally such a build-up for them to be like, joke's on you, my guys.
Look, I know I don't have a shot with her, all right? Probably never did.
Lies, he definitely did.
I had a relationship with him too. Okay, sleeping together is not a relationship.
They did more than that.
The head. I thought you had it.
The slow look, like, kills me.
Don't suppose we can talk about this over a nice amaretto?
I do love amaretto. Disaronno and Coke, anyone?
A million dreams ago.
I mean, the punches, you can see that they don't connect. Like, that one looked good. It is funny, though, like the music and the slow-mo fight scene.
What?
This one.
Can't you see within his heart?
You get. Is that what he says?
He
says something like that.
I was confused, you get.
Oh, I was confused, you get. This is jokes as well.
That's our car. He's got our car.
And they just had the keys in that Vespa.
Come on, little mama. I'm not riding on the back.
Little mama. Hop on, little mama. As he just sulks on the back. The different reactions between like Spike and Andrew on the bike to Spike and Angel on the bike are hilarious. Wait for me. I bet it was funny recording this as well. He's off to the vault.
We'll cut him off. All right.
Did Spike's voice crack then? All right.
One job, hang on to the head. That's it. You were right there, too.
We only have 12 hours to get that head back before Los Angeles becomes a demon war zone. Or should we get on with it?
Find that guy, we get the head back, and then we get the hell out of here. Have you seen the blonde girl?
They're still here?
Oh no, they're gone.
Because they've just flashed back to how they used to be. Like, they've come so far in all these many years. Yet the second Buffy and this immortal dude gets involved, they're right back to how they were. Bickering, trying to work together.
Doesn't Wolfram Hart have an office here in Rome?
And I think it's jokes that they didn't even think about that until that moment. Totally different, guys. They're not the same at all. You can see all the differences. Mamma mia.
Ciao! Benvenuti! Welcome!
I'm going to try not to stare at this chick's chest the whole time this time around.
You take my breath away!
It's hard though because they're, you know, right there.
The great Angelus!
Angelus!
The gypsies are filthy people!
Don't get the spitting.
Pietro!
Si, signora.
Pietro.
She seems nice.
Oh dear.
I gotta tell you, everyone is so dang friendly.
Well, they kind of have to be, Daddy. I'm their boss.
She does it so well.
Have you had a young lady in your life?
Mom?
I mean, can I help it if there's a perfect gentleman hiding in plain sight of my single daughter?
Oof.
If he keeps talking to me like that, I'm going to keep you for myself.
Like, you can see now, even more so on second watch, Wesley is so vacant. Like, it's like he's not allowing himself to
With my folks.
react because inside he's just
Your
boiling.
grief hangs off of you like rotted flesh.
How quickly she swaps to Leary is chef's kiss.
I appear as I choose. Do you wish me to stop?
I thought he'd say no. I really thought he'd say no, but he was fuming, wasn't he?
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What are your problems?
She's under some sort of spell.
Ah, the immortal. Ah, then your friend is lucky.
It's a love spell, all right? And we...
Doubtful. The immortal doesn't use spells. He considers them dirt.
Dirty. Dirty things for dirty people.
Well, he's done something magic to her.
I bet she loved acting this as well. I bet it's like an actor's dreams to...
Seems a bit more important than trying to pry your friend off of the immortal. Your head.
Your head.
We have already received a ransom note.
I didn't realise Italians don't pronounce their H's. So it's like Ed, Art.
Drop is about to take place in less than 1 hour.
Saltine.
And guns. Lots and lots of...
This is a civilized country. Already have the money ready to go.
Cha-ching!
Whatever, we'll do it your way.
Who's making the drop?
That would be you two.
I helped save the world, you know.
Like I haven't.
Yeah, but I've done it a lot more.
Just whack 'em out on the table, lads.
I stopped the Kothla.
Buffy ran you through with the sword.
Yeah, but I made her do it.
She killed you. I helped her. That one counts as mine.
What the hell could Buffy see in him?
Perhaps she likes the cut of his trouser.
Just so funny.
Sorry to just drop in on you like this.
I do think this is the best bit of the episode, though, the Fred, Wesley, Leary triangle.
Are you sure you're okay? You seem different somehow.
Our mother always knows.
Daddy, come here. Give me a hug. I love you guys so much.
Oh, we love you too.
I'm kind of conflicted about it as well. Because, like, on one hand, it's, like, really sweet to keep Fred alive for her parents. So they don't crush them.
Did you get what you needed from that experience?
But it's fake at the same time, so.
It was most informative.
She's incredible.
Don't ever do it again.
Wesley's brave when it comes to her as well. The way he talks to her.
It's a setup. You're just his lackey.
What, are you in love with him?
No. Oh, yeah, okay.
No, yes. It's like Vicar of Dibley.
I'm getting a little tired of Italy.
Know what you mean. The Americans are relying on violence to solve their problems.
It's so tongue-in-cheek. So hilarious. What a shock. Americans using violence?
One more step and the head gets it. We are not animals. We are Italiano.
I knew the head weren't going to be in there as well. You'll just have to trust and believe that I called that.
You give us the money, we give you the head. Money, the head.
Should have checked it straight away.
Every time we hear his bleeding name, we end up standing in the strata holding the bag.
The best bit about this is the coat, isn't it? Like his reaction to the coat. I'm with him as well. Legendary. It's a part of him.
Look what that squeaker did to my jacket.
Pissed about a jacket.
No, not a jacket, my jacket.
The jacket.
Stripped it off the body of a dead slayer.
Well, which gives it great sentimental value.
It's just one more thing he's taken away that I'll never get back.
Yeah, this is good.
Just so good, guys. It's so good. I don't get this. I don't get this. They just turned him into a racer.
I'm not sure this is me.
Now, what happened to the drop? No grads? Oh, they always do this to first-timers in this country. Did I not mention that?
just a small detail you forgot to mention.
Force will only get your precious head smooshed.
The mooshed.
Let us handle it from here.
Should we just go home?
Get me out of this rat hole of a country fast enough.
Is Buffy back yet?
Sorry, not yet.
It's like they're teasing us. Like they know what they're doing. They know.
Has Buffy been acting off?
Excellent question. No.
No.
Buffy fell for the immortal on her own.
But she's not finished baking yet. I gotta wait till she's done baking, you know, till she...
I love that they called back the cookies analogy.
Angel crying?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
She's moving on. You guys do the same.
I don't want to move on though. That's the thing.
It is a bit silly.
No, it's not. We love her.
Buffy loves both of you, but she's got to live her life.
True. Scrubs it well, doesn't he?
Superi perfino le stelle.
Giabella. I just can't believe that they would travel all that way to see Buffy and then just give up.
Mad at me or something? Isn't it what you desire?
See what I mean? Amy plays this so perfectly.
You loved this. I can feel it in you.
Ew.
Wish to explore it further.
Never. It sickens me.
I have a theory on this as well. I could be wrong, but...
True.
Change back. Be blue.
Be blue.
Don't ever be her.
As you wish.
As you wish. It's like a genie in a bottle. Baby. Just gotta rub her the right way. With consent.
Start preparing the troops for war.
Head's in your office.
What?
What?
With regards, the immortal.
Hate that guy.
What's Buffy thinking?
Doesn't exactly have the best taste in men.
Hey, I think I turned out all right.
You definitely did, Spike.
Just have to live with it, get on with our lives.
I'm trying to do that too, but it's hard.
I was planning on doing that anyway.
Yeah, me too.
It's like these guys are the audience, just trying to move on but struggling. Those lights on the ceiling really annoy me. Like, why would you build the room like that? Anyway. So there was the rewatch. It definitely felt different. It really did. It's such a strange thing. Maybe because it's the same day as well. I think I was right. The second watch was more enjoyable than the first watch. Because I'm not constantly like, is Buffy going to show up now? What about now? Buffy, you there, my girl? I knew that she weren't going to be there. So then I could really just focus on the jokes, the comedy side of things. And yeah, I do want to dive into the Fred Wesley stuff and Leary. I did call that Leary was going to turn into Fred. As soon as that pan shot of her looking over the stairs and stuff. What I didn't think was going to happen was what came after it. And that's Wesley's reaction to Fred. Him saying that him looking at Leary as Fred was sickening to him surprised me. There's a part of me that thinks he's saying that because he doesn't want to allow himself to feel that excitement, that lust, because he knows, deep down he just knows that it's Leary and that can't, like he can't change his mind on that. But I do think that there must have been moments there as he's looking at faux Fred that his love, his passion, his memories all came to the surface. And that's why I think that he was just so quiet as well, because he was really trying to process what was going on. And instead of just erupting and boiling and going mental at Leary for doing what she's done, it was I'm going to consider Fred's family right now, because it would add more salt to the wound for him to then turn around and say, just letting you know Fred's dead, no longer with us, as they're looking at Fred. Like, that's got to be messed up, even more so. And that's what I mean by being conflicted as well, because her parents are just such lovely people. And even though it was a lie, what Leary was doing, it's still allowing them to live, allowing them to continue their life. Because I think there's nothing harder in life than what it would be like to lose a son, a daughter, a child. And typically the parents go first. So when there is a loss like as big as that, it affects people more so, because they're A, just not expecting it, and B, you think about future, like what they have in front of them. Whereas when elderly people pass, it's extremely sad, it still hurts, but you know that they've lived full lives most of the time when they reach, you know, a decent age. For Wesley to be the one that was going to say and tell them that, I just felt for him. It can never be easy, especially when you love the person. And I've got to give a massive shout out to Amy Acker for portraying both Leary and Fred, because the two characters are so freaking different, and she can just tune into them on a dime and absolutely smashes it. Like, she's incredible. She really is. Like, I love those scenes. Another thing that I want to talk about before I move on, I'm sorry if you can hear all that noise outside, is that when they're having that one-on-one conversation and Leary Fred is kind of trying to hit on him a little bit, or to, you know, tease him, and he shuts it down straight away, and he seems so bitter and angry about it. A part of me thought about when Lila did it, you know, dressed up as Fred, and they had that moment, and her doing that could have reminded him of that moment and how different it is, because at least when Lila was role-playing Fred as a joke, Fred was still alive and well. So for Leary to do it and it actually look identical to Fred, and she got the accent as Fred, everything, it must have just been such a mind fuck. Like, yeah, crazy. Thought that he would want to hold on to this false reality to sort of ease his grief in a way, but I guess he knew in long term it would just be even more painful, because he knows that she's already gone. And does Leary have her memories and stuff? I think she does, right? Because that's what makes me think it could work. Like, she could be both, because all of the memories and essence is there. I guess, yeah, but you still know it's fake. I don't know. Such a weird situation. But I was very impressed with Wesley and his strength and restraint, and I just feel for him so much, because I bet he wanted nothing more than to hug Fred, to kiss Fred, to be with Fred. And the visual is right in front of him. The sound is right in front of him. Yet he knows that it's not really her. Oof. Oh, it's rough. Right. I also want to go back to Angel and Spike, and how I love the bickering. I love the vibe of the two of them in scenes. And we never really got that in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so to have it in Angel is brilliant. It's like the version of Angelus, you know, when we get Angelus and David gets to play into that, you can see how much fun he's having. Angel as Angel, he's just brooding all the time, and he just sulking, and he's so serious, and to see him have that playful side when Spike is around, it just makes me appreciate Angel more. Like, I just find it more entertaining, like the jokes, the jealousy, the spats, everything. And it's like they say, they just need to move on from Buffy at this point. But I can't blame the guys because I'm struggling myself and I weren't with her. So them wanting to protect her is just a natural thing. You want to hold on to the things that you love. So to hear her being with someone that they despise has got to be rough as well. And obviously the person that she's with is tormenting the two of them. Again, not ideal. Whether we see more or hear more from the Immortal now, I don't know. I'd imagine so. It would make sense, especially while you left the head. And I also, speaking of the head in the bag, I just want to say that seeing Gunn at the beginning of this episode was quite enlightening to me. And a lot of that has to do with the episode before, where Angel basically says, I'm going to do my job or whatever. I think with Gunn, he really knows now that the guilt is real. He made a mistake. He has to live with those consequences. And he wants to utilize that decision that he made because he lost something huge. So rather than sulk about it, he's trying to use that information and do what's right, help the helpless. Whereas with Angel, it seems as though he's playing a longer game and playing along with Wolfram and Hart and their ideas to then hopefully help, of course. Whereas Gunn's like ready now. He's ready to just always do the right thing because he's that scared of feeling that disappointment and grief of making a poor decision, basically. And he's making Angel aware of how he feels about it as well, which I think is really important because there's so many times where the group doesn't confide in each other and then their wires get crossed and it all ends up in a big mess. I also love Harmony and her one line. She's only in it so briefly, but she carries them out brilliantly. The Italian stuff was hilarious. It was very tongue-in-cheek, I think, with the accents and the wigs. And this is what I love about the Buffyverse. They're not scared of embracing the wilder episodes, making fun of themselves in some regard. And you could imagine being in, you know, the production side of things, and they're like, no, you can't put that on TV. And they're like, no, we want to do it. We're going to do it and it will be good. And it's like they have this confidence to them where they're not scared of stepping out of comfort zones and smashing it. And the comedy is brilliant. It's definitely my sense of humour. I love it a lot, and it's going to be extremely sad when I finish this journey. I don't feel prepared for it. It's strange how big of an impact these shows have had on me. And I will be doing Firefly after this, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well and join me for that journey. But obviously, as it comes down to the Buffyverse, it is coming to a close, and I have loved every single second of it, even the heartache episodes, just everything. I'm a massive, massive fan of the show, and I can't wait to do rewatches, and it's really impacted me from doing this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. And speaking of the Buffy fandom, I was very kindly invited to join Taskmaster Buffy Reactor Edition, which Sharon from After Show Reacts very kindly set up, and she did an absolutely brilliant job. And it was just a lot of fun. So that should be up on YouTube. So please check that out. If I remember, I will put a link in the description as well, but if you search for on Sharon's channel, you'll see it there for sure. And I just hope you enjoy it. It's something different, and I hope you guys get the humor of it as well. The ones that I've watched on Patreon, I've loved reading your comments, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And who knows, if you show it a lot of love, then maybe there's more to come as well. Right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. If you liked the video, hit that like button, guys. Maybe subscribe if you could be so kind as well. As always, there's no pressure here. I would just love to have you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, because I always love to read them. A massive shout out to all of my sponsors in the Mark of Jane tier, you utter legends, beauties through and through. Thank you for all the support. And if you would like to join the DAT Pack, again, the link is in the description, so check it out. Much further ahead on all of my shows over there, so if you're interested, I would love it. If not, it's all good. And I hope to see you all again soon for the next video. Thanks, guys. Goodbye for now. And before we completely sign off, let's quickly take a comment from the Dat Pack. And today I've chosen Julian. Julian says, I love this episode. This is from my 519 reaction. Anything about time travel, really. But this episode is especially good because Amy Acker does such an amazing job as Illyria. Her words to Angel about the cost of power, of rule, and him not willing to do what it takes got in his head and made him reconsider things. But you know what they say about power? Yes, yes I do. And I think I couldn't agree more, firstly, with your comments on Amy Acker. I was saying it about this episode as well, 520. The way that she can just turn it on, absolutely amazing. She can do so much. And in some regards, I thought that the outfit and the visuals, which I'm sure they did help, but they have a huge part of playing a role. Yet you take all those away, Amy still sells it. It's not all about, you know, the outfit and the feel. She just embodies these characters through and through, and she just knows how to play it. It was just, yeah, absolutely brilliant. And yes, with great power comes great responsibility, and we shall see if they use it well. And if the power that they suctioned into the device that Wesley made is safe, and if they have to, you know, keep doing it, or if at some point things get a bit ropes, then they're like, put that power back into her quick because we need help. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And thank you, Julian, as always, for watching and for leaving your comment. I am going to go now because I'm absolutely sweating. It's so hot in this room and I'm melting. Thank you so much, guys. If you would like to see one of your comments at the end of these videos, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below. Maybe yours will be next. But until next time, goodbye for now.